Welcome to the instructional handover video for this Burstner Delfin T 680G. It's a 2022 model. I'm going to walk you around the outside first, then we'll move on to the inside. So it's based on a Fiat 2.3 140 brake horse. You see the little emblem just on the side there. It comes with alloy wheels. The mirrors folded manually and then will electrically control both top and bottom points from the switches inside, and I'll show you inside how to do that. Behind the driver's door is your fresh water filler, so it's nicely labelled blue. Just undo it with the single Burstner key and that will allow you to fill up your fresh water. Habitation door has a door retainer. It has the new bin set up. Charging point for a home light, blind and fly screen. It's also fitted with an awning, standard, and that has the awning strip light underneath the vehicle. There is an external barbecue point fitted. Behind the locker door is your toilet cassette. So press the two buttons. That then shows you your toilet. To empty your toilet, lift it up, slide it out. You've got the little orange button to empty it, the vacuum. The little grey tab at the top that unscrews to empty it out. You've also got a handle and you've got wheels. When you clean it, pop it back in and just make sure it sits over the little tab there, and just clip it back in place and lock it just there. Garage door has a locking point. You might just see these little white fittings around. We've fitted an extra alarm for the customer. We've got a light in the garage area. We've also got a mains plug-in point, heater vents on both sides, so over there as well, and that is where your awning pole is secured as well. Sliding door gives you access into the living area, and we've got the makeup seats and the dinette to berth option, which I'll come to later in the video. That's what they are in the garage area. The back of the vehicle, it's come with a reversing camera just up there, and we also have a larger locker door on this side, so it's a full height one. And at the top we've got a little slide compartment, so if you press that in and fold it down, then that comes over and acts as an extra storage area, just like so. Also, you'll get a toolkit, which is in the black box, tire inflation kit, and a main pack for both the Fiat and the Burstner side of it with the new van. Again, one key will lock all the outside of the vehicle. Above the passenger wheel, you've got the mains plug-in point. In front of that, we've got the gas locker area. And you'll see just marked on the front of it is where it will tell you where you can empty your waste, which is just underneath here. So you'll see the black key that's supplied will turn the waste valve to let the waste come out of the grey pipe there. And that's anything that you've put down the sink or the shower. So that is your wastewater point for draining, and this will be inside the vehicle when you collect it. It'll take 2 bottles, and you'll see your regulators there. It does come with a pigtail from new. These are dated, so do please check your date on them. And to secure the locker area, you just turn the dials, lock it with the key, like so, and then just push it in. When it's in like that, it's locked. When it's open like that, it is enabling you to open the vehicle. We've got the trim vent for the heater system. Just there is a little emblem now telling you it does get warm, so just be careful. And we've got an external shower point that's been fitted to this vehicle as well. So again, it's a single key that works for that. Just, it can mix hot and cold, but obviously depending on what you've got it set at. And to release it, you just press it in and pull the lever out. That moves away from the vehicle and it just leaves you with that. Now the switch in here will also run the pump, so make sure you turn that off when you're not using it. Forward of that, we've got the diesel point and the AdBlue, so clearly marked just there. And then into the cab area, we've got the engine battery that's located underneath that panel. All your fuses and your e-box is located under the passenger seat. Bonnet release catch is just there. And then this vehicle comes with the Remis cab lines, both on the side windows, and then by pinching them together across on the front windows. So just be gentle putting them back in, and they'll clip back in place and retain for when you're driving along. The bonnet can be accessed just above the Burstner side. There's a little yellow handle, lift it up and that will lift up the bonnet. Standard Fiat sort of points. So screen wash to the left, oil dipstick just down there, negative point just can be found on the sticker here, and positive is just located underneath that cap just down there. So that's the outside of the vehicle. Let's move on inside. So to the door on the right hand side, this is where you'll find your fresh water tank. So to empty it and fill it, you'll need to turn this little lever. So clockwise will allow you to fill it up, anti-clockwise to empty it. So it's got water in at the minute. So if we do it to the first click, it will then release it to 20 litres. Carry on doing it and it will empty it completely. You heard that click then. Just till it's finger tight. And then that will empty it. To stop it from emptying, just turn it clockwise. And one click will click it to 20 litres. And then until it's finger tight, will allow you to fill the tank all the way up to the top. So that's your fresh water. There's an access point should you want to clean it. And if you're interested, the little blue circle there is your access point for the actual valves for reading the sensors on your vehicle. I'll come on to the chairs later in the video, how to put the chairs in for travelling seats. So I'll show you how that works later in the video. But first of all, the main control panel. So this can be found just here to the left hand side of the door. Now, two of the lights for both the awning and the welcome light will work whether you have the power on or not. Other than that, we want to press the button on the left hand side here. To the top of that is your gauge to tell you what's in your habitation battery. Below that is your gauge to tell you what is in your engine battery. To the right, fresh water level at the top, wastewater level if there's anything at the bottom, and then water pump to turn on just there, and that will illuminate a signal there. You also have a signal in the middle of the dial that tells you that you're plugged into mains, as we are at the moment, so that will illuminate to give you a indication that we are plugged into mains. The wires above it is for the Wi-Fi system, so this customer's had a Wi-Fi system fitted, and that's where it's mounted there. We fit the Motorhome Wi-Fi system, so if you want to know more about that, give us a call. And the TV will go in the location here, with both mains, 12 volt and aerial points just located just there. To the left hand side of that is your Truma heating system. So click it to turn it on, and then to go into each of the options, just press the button again. So the first option being the temperature, so turn the dial to the desired temperature, press the button. I always then go to the fuel then, because if I've not got gas like not got in at the minute, I want to make sure that I'm on electric before it starts up. So we've got 2 kilowatt electric, 1 kilowatt electric, gas and 2 kilowatt electric, gas and 1 kilowatt electric are gas only. So I'm just going to select EL1, so that's 1 kilowatt electric. Now in this scenario, if I wanted to put the hot water on as well, I'd go to the little symbol with the temperature in the water, turn it to eco, which is 40 degrees, hot, which is 60 degrees. And if I'm wanting to do the hot water and not do the heating, I can then turn it to boost, and that will stop heating the vehicle to warm up the hot water. If you're wanting to equally get it hot and in the vehicle and the hot water at the same time, you want it on hot on here and then high when we come to the fan. So at the minute I'm going to turn it off because I've got nothing in the boiler. Fan wise, slow is eco, high is fast, and then once you've had it running on high for a few minutes and the fan's kicked in, you can go then into it and press the boost option, and that will then take all the power away from the hot water to get the heating up to temperature. Once it reaches temperature, this will stop flashing above the little flame above the line, and that will just regulate with the thermostat, which is up here, to the temperature you have set it. Below on the settings, we've got a timer settings, the actual time settings, and then your warning triangle option here, which then takes you into the main setting options, so the little spanner. And again, if you turn the dial, then it'll go through separate options: brightness, clock, time, language, index, reset options. If you want to reset it, press it again, it says preset. Press it a third time and it will initialize, and that is like rebooting your actual boiler unit. If a warning triangle appears, it will appear between the timer circle and the actual time clock. You'll need to select the actual triangle to acknowledge that there's a fault on it. 99 times out of 100, it's because you've not put the fuel source on, either plugged into electric or put your gas on before you turn this unit on. Just make sure they are, but if it's not that, refer to your handbook. If you're still stuck, give us a call and we'll try and assist you where we can. To turn the unit off, press and hold it, and it will say off, and the system will turn off. Yeah. Below that, we've got USB points and a couple more light switches. We'll do the light switches around the various points of the vehicle. Above there, you've also got another USB point, and we've got plug sockets donated under the little silver columns throughout the vehicle, both there and in the bathroom area. Above the fridge, you've got a compartment here, and this is where we fitted the additional TV aerial for the customer as well. The fridge unit itself, you just press and hold it and it will illuminate to tell you what it's on there. And then you've got your mode settings, which will then take you through the different options of what you want to do, night or boost. Coldness setting, just there, we'll release it just up and down. And then to turn the unit off, you just press and hold it just like that. So that's how you press and turn the button off. And inside you've got your freezer compartment and your fridge. So it'll just run off your leisure battery. It will also get a feed off the engine, off the alternator when you are running to and from an area. We've got your cooker. So you've got your 3 burners. And you've got your grill option to the right. To the left you've got your oven option. And then you've got your 3 hob burners there and an igniter. Underneath that you've got your grill and your racks below. Large drawer area just underneath there, so which is on the soft close. Press that there, and then press buttons for underneath here, where you will find some storage area and your main RCD box. So that's where you check if you're getting power into it. There's a little test button to the top there. That will tell you if you're getting power into the vehicle, should you think you're not. Press the buttons for moving away. You've got your utensil drawer. Then above that, we've got your isolation valves, a couple there. And then your key for moving the bed up and down. Little hook for your towels and, like I said, some sockets there. Sink area, just there. And it's clearly marked on the top for hot and cold for the water. We've got a little pocket for storage just there, lights underneath here, and then a fly screen and blinds on all the windows. They work exactly the same throughout the vehicle. To unlock it, just twist the little turns, twist again, and then gently open it. It'll click in place all the way up, and then bring it all the way back to secure it when you're travelling. Above the cupboards, there's a little push fitting to open up the cupboards. We've got storage spaces on both the cupboards above that area, and a little surface area here to put on for any belongings in that kitchen area. LED lighting throughout, and we've got another drawer underneath the fridge area just there. Into the bathroom area, we've got a little compartment to the side. Your light switches for here can just be found just here. So there's 2, one for the bathroom area and the shower area, and one for the main area. We've got your flush for the toilet and the indicator. Toilet also swivels around, so you can have it in whichever direction you want. And then underneath the actual sink unit itself, you've got a storage area just there, and you've got your toilet roll holder just on there. The door itself, to divide it off, little poppers. So pop either side of those, and it will slide and then slide just to screen off the area. And then in here you've got a towel rail, a little vent to open up. Now on this, if you pull it down, you've also got a blind, so you just hook it on and that turns out the light. Then to open it up, you just press the handles up, so either front or back, or you can do both of them together. For transit, just make sure that the ties are on the showers, so, and then they don't move around. And then you've got the shower area just like so, and then pop them back when you're finished, and just use little turnbuckles to hold them in place. Behind the big glass units, you've got your storage. So big hanging rail there, portioned areas just there, and there the seats for the backs for when you're making the seats up, which I'll show you later. In the front, sliding compartment will give you access into that garage area for you. Just there, and we'll magnetise on. Just like so. Again, with these, make sure that the little turnbuckles are hooked in place before you're travelling off. And again on here, just make sure it's hooked on, stop them moving around in transit. The table at the front, in fact I'll show you the bed first. So remember I said it's just there, so turn the key and press the button and then the bed will come down. And to get it all the way down you'll just have to remove all the cushions, and I'll do that for you now, show you how low it goes. You'll also need to put the table down. Now to put the table down you've got to lift the unit up and then press it all the way down to the bottom, and that will go down. You will see then it will come all the way down to the lowest level. If you want it in the highest level, then just press the button up to the desired height of the actual ladders. Ladders will then just hook on here, so just drive the unit up a little bit more. And then a little bit more. Slot them in, and then the seats just go there, and that's how you would use it as the double diner area. The light switch is above the bed, you just press the sensors of them in and that will turn off. And you've got safety nets here underneath the actual mattress that clip into the little eyelets on the roof, which will allow them people, if they're worried about falling out, will allow them to be securely in place. We do tell you to drop your bed in the winter months if you're not using it. Just drop it down to a sort of level that allows it to ventilate. Other than that, just take it up, making sure that you're not squashing anything too much underneath and putting any pressure on it. You'll see there's a roof light there and a roof light here. To open them, just press the button or the handle down, and they both have both fly screen and blind on them, just like so. So with the bed up, you'll also see there's little pockets here for storage, and there's also a little point here, and this is where the winder goes for the bed mechanism. If the bed fails electrically, you can wind it up manually. There's a little cupboard compartment underneath here, and that will lead me on to show you how to make up the direct to berth option. So we first want to start by extending it, pulling down these legs, just like so, and like so. So that'll give the base of the table something to go onto. Open it up, and that will just sit in between the two units, just like so. So I'll do it in steps. Next part then would be to put the folding cushion down, just there, and then the other option there, therefore giving you a double bed across the vehicle. So underneath the other side seat, this is where you will find your boiler. You will also find your frost protection valve and the drain valve. So to drain the vehicle down of the water, you want to flip that valve up. Like so. And to empty the boiler, click that diamond, and that will then empty the water out of the boiler. So that's how you do that. Once we're making the travelling seat, so this will just flip across and there's a magnet just there. That will then fold over to formulate the base of the seat. And then when you're actually putting it back together, you'll want to then fold it over again to make the actual full side seat. So fold it over there, pop that in. You place the travelling seat in there, and then the little location screw wants screwing down in place, and that's what will hold the seat in place. I'll lift it back up, I'll show you, and that secures that seat in place. Then you'll just utilise the cushions for your travelling areas. And then you will sit rear facing on the driver's side and forward facing on the passenger side. So that's how your travelling seats will look. Little note on these, the seatbelt buckles are just pop through there, and then each of these little areas just has a nice covering cap. And that's the same on this side as well. Pop it back underneath there so it's nice and discreet away, and then just pop that back in place just there. And there we are, back up to the lounge area. Long cushion on that side with the two smaller split seats, the three smaller cushions there with the two longer backs. So that's how you formulate that. The seats have height adjusters on them, and the bar at the front allows them to move backwards and forwards, so that will lift it up and it will slide backwards and forwards. Same on this side. We've got, as I mentioned before, Remy's cab blinds, passenger airbag, manual cruise control, hill descent, there, traction plus, lock button, mute button for the radio. It's the new 6-speed gearbox. And then engine wise, we are on the new digital display. If I pop the keys in, you'll see the new dashboard. So this lights up differently than what you've probably seen on previous models. Steering wheel controls are just on there, and we've now got the new Fiat 7-inch dash. The camera is shown just on the screen here, so you'll see that the camera displays up on here. This may differ on different vans, so just speak to the dealer, whoever you bought it from. But then here we've got Bluetooth facilities, just there, profile options, music options, so pretty self-explanatory on that side of it. To the right hand side, we've got the stop start button to turn that off, the light, fog light options, and then we've got window and mirror switch options just there. There is a reach underneath to adjust the column, so you can pull it if you want to change the height of it. And we've got a charging point, or a point to put in the docks there, and we've got a little holder for your phones to sit onto with drinks holders either side. So that concludes the instructional handover video for this Burstner Delfin 680G. I'm sure you'll agree it's a lovely van. We hope you have a fantastic time holidaying in it. We look forward to any feedbacks and comments. Most importantly, we hope you have an enjoyable time in your new Burstner Motorhome. Thank you.